Moana Pasifika are the kings of the Pacific after a huge result over Fiji and Drua. Reds get the job done over the Blues in a huge game at Suncorp. Chiefs and Crusaders top the table, sitting nice on 37 points apiece. And Hurricanes become the first New Zealand team to beat an Aussie team in Australia this season. Welcome back to Kick On Rugby channel. I'm your host, Dane Shearer. And we're going to jump into round 11 of Super Rugby. How good every week, and I say this every week, but every week the games get better, the tries get better. Super Rugby just outdoes itself every week, and it's fantastic to watch, and I'm here for it. As always, let me know in the comments, what was your match of the round? Who was your player of the round? What was your try of the round? Who did well for you in fantasy? I want to hear from you. Let me know in the comments. Hit that subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get into it. So we'll jump straight into the reviews. We'll start with big game first. Chiefs versus the Western Force. Chiefs back at home and getting the job done. 56-22. Holy. While the Chiefs put on an absolute clinic here, I think the growth of this Western Force team needs to be stated, or needs to be at least mentioned. It's been immense, especially this year, like the new players they've brought in. While they got 50 points put on them here, I think in years gone by, they would have got 50 points put on them here and not scored a single point. They still went out and scored 22 points. And while you might be thinking like, mate, they still got smoked here. And yes, they did. But just the growth, I think, within this Western Force squad, and it's been a long time coming, and they've brought in good marquee signings in different positions. It's just they've been going from strength to strength. And like I said, in years gone by, they would have got 50 put on them here versus the Chiefs and not scored a single point. So it's good to see them be competitive in all games. Chiefs, and while it just shows why the Chiefs are on top, they do so well at absorbing pressure throughout the game and then turning that pressure onto the opponents. Showed what they can do without Damien McKenzie there as well. Always the big question mark is when one of your marquee players and someone that has such a huge effect on a game or on the result of a game like Damien McKenzie does for the Chiefs, and how well they can go without him. They showed it here, and just you have your other big names step up. Shooter Stevenson was fantastic. Imoni Narawai was good. Luke Jacobson really stood up as well. Quinn Tupai, Anton Lienert-Brown, and obviously our man Cortez Ratima standing up in this game. He was fantastic. I thought his delivery, his service off the deck, running those support lines as well, just with purpose, man. And he was fantastic. He was 2 tries. 1 try assist, 78 meters gained, 63 passes. He was really, really good. What I did like about the Chiefs and what's been really good for them this year was the interplay between backs and forwards on attack. Always options for the ball runner. He's got guys running short, there's guys out the back, and the skills, very, very slick. I thought Harry Potter was really good for the Western Force. He always is. He always seems to be in the right place at the right time. He was really good. And then how good was it to see our big man, Wallace Atiti, back out there playing. Only played 10, 15 minutes, but was fantastic and just took off from where he left off last year, breaking the line, heaps of carry. I think he had 7 carries in his 10 minutes and run for 40 or 50 meters. Fantastic. Gets the offloads away. Really, really good to see him out there running again. Then we move on to the Reds versus the Blues. A big ANZAC test. This was 35-21 for the Reds. Tom Liner just showing that, hey, I'm here. All this talk about James O'Connor being the 10 and Noel Lolesio leaving, who's going to be the 10 for the Wallabies? Tom Liner puts his hand up and shows everyone that he can be that man. Scoring 2 tries in the first 10, 15 minutes, kicking well off the tee as well. He was fantastic and guided the Reds to a huge win. He got man of the match as well. He was 2 tries, 5 carries, 1 defender beaten, scored 20 points, I think it was. Fantastic from Tom Liner. While Reds obviously scoring good tries, I thought their defensive efforts were immense, man. The goal line defense, general play defense there, set piece defense and set piece just on attack was fantastic as well. Tough conditions. It was wet up in Brisbane, but the handling was elite. Not so much from the Blues, more from the Reds. And like I said, their defense, their goal line defense was unreal. I think Blues had more of the ball than the Reds did, but just shows how well the Reds defended together. Mark Talia's red card obviously did not help the Blues. Big tip tackle, like he read the play really well. Just didn't need to lift that last bit. It was a strong tackle and just didn't need to tilt him that much. I thought Tate McDermott was really good as well. The 9-10 combo working well, and also them two putting their hands up for higher honours or to be that combo for the Wallabies. Tate McDermott and Tom Liner, that 9-10 connection working really well there. I do think Reds defense won them this game. They've always been good for tries. They can score tries from anywhere on the field, but defense being their kind of weak link, and they showed up for this one. Not real strong effort defensively, and the Blues hangover of winning the comp last year continues. Can they turn it around? Can they make the finals this year? Not sure. Just have to, man. They have to start winning games. They have to start. Since April, they said the April Fool's joke was, okay, we're going to start winning games. Since then, they've played 3 games and only won 1. So it just goes from bad to worse, would you say? Maybe for the Blues. We move on to the Battle of the Pacific, Moana versus Fiji and Drua at North Harbour Stadium, 34-15. Fiji and Drua season goes from bad to worse to worse. I thought last week when they beat the Waratahs at home, okay, we could see changing of events here, turning their season around, but not to be at all. Just soft mistakes, wrong options, can't string more than 2 or 3 phases together. The handling errors. I mean, the handling errors was handling errors galore in the first 15 to 20 minutes in this game, but then throughout the game for Fiji and Drua, like they get going and you're like, okay, they're going to turn, and then just lose the ball or get the ball turned over or make a silly mistake. Like, biggest coach killers. It will be so frustrating sitting in the coach's box. I reckon Glenn Jackson has broken that many microphones, thrown that many pens, just because they get going and then just mess it up somehow. On the flip side, Moana, how good. This will be their best season of the year, or of their existence. Absolutely. Been fantastic. The wins, the games they've been playing, the games they've been winning, and throughout the season, it's been more consistent. So even the games they've been losing, they haven't been playing poorly. They've been in the game. They've always been scoring tries, and they've been doing really well in converting their opportunities into points. I think this is something that they struggled with maybe early on in the season, but then in past seasons struggled throughout the seasons, where they can create opportunities, but then they just can't convert that into points. And that's something that they really nailing this year and doing really well. They create so many opportunities and they're now converting that into points, and it is showing, man, because they are winning these big games. And it's just a testament to the hard work that they've been putting in, and it's been fantastic to watch. I thought Danny Tuala was immense. Yes, he scored the first try. He could have scored his second, but knock on over the line. But he was really good, always getting over that vantage line. Really sets the platform for Moana. But can we talk about Moana Pasifika's back row? Holy. Miracle Failangi, Ari Savi, Simisi Tupoteilua. Just the 1-2 bang of Savia and Failangi, and then the bang on his own by Tupoteilua. It's fantastic, so well-rounded. You're getting the high work rate from guys like Ari Savia and Failangi Savia, giving you just work rate, through the roof work rate. Failangi is just giving you the bits of everything. He's got the carries, the tackles, the line-outs, the steals. And then you've got Big Samisi Tupu Tailua that's giving you carries. Big Toko is topping the carry count in the Super Rugby competition this year. And just love it. The engine on him as well. Holy, he can get through a ton of work, get through his minimum 10 to 15 carries a game. And I just think how well they work together. Oh man, that Ardie Severe try that was disallowed, they should have just given it because it was fantastic bit of individual play. Miracle Failangi got 2 tries here. I think Tupu Tailua 14 or 15 carries. Just how well that triple threat works together. They, for me, would be the back row combo of the competition at the moment, because they work together so well and they do so well for Pasifika, for Moana, especially in this game they did. And for throughout the season has been unreal. Huge result for Moana there, and they are crowned kings of the Pacific. How good. Over to Crusaders versus Highlanders, 10-43. Crusaders come out winners there in the Southern Derby. Love the detail in the shape for Crusaders opening try. Players from depth, the timing on their runs as well. Where there's not space, they create space because of the perfect dummy lines that they're running out the back. And you're getting guys like Will Jordan running onto the ball in a little bit of space. Like, try and stop him. He was good. Their attack is looking slick Rick at the moment. Crusaders attack, it's looking fantastic. I loved for Will Jordan's second try, the turnover on one point of the field, shift the ball and they score down the other edge. You turn over on one side, you spread that ball there because the space is then out wide. The space isn't where you turned it over because it's all congested. Everyone is putting, the team that had the ball, they've put in numbers there to secure the ball. They've lost it, so all their players are around there. Turnover, shift that point of contact, and Will Jordan scores down the edge. Sublime. He was fantastic. He was 2 tries, 9 carries, 70 run meters or meters gained, and 3 defenders beaten. Will Jordan. An absolute shout out by the Crusaders. And when they're on song, they are beautiful to watch. Such a turnaround from last year. How many people were calling for Rob Penny to be sacked? And then you look at where the Crusaders and how well they're doing now. Topping the table, tied at 37 points with the Chiefs, 1 and 2. Holy, they want Rob Penny sacked. They wanted the team sacked. They wanted the ball boys sacked. They wanted the kit guy sacked. They wanted everyone sacked last year at the Crusaders. But the turnaround to where they are now, how good. And it's great to see when this Crusaders team is on song. I don't care who you go for. When they're playing good rugby, it is fantastic to watch. For the Highlanders, I thought Ratumai Tavuki Nepkins was good as well, always beating 1 or 2 defenders whenever he gets the ball. And he's a proper threat out the back. He was 1 try assist, 16 carries, 102 meters gained, and 8 defenders beaten. A big shout out there from the Crusaders and a big win that was. And then the last game of the round, Brumbies versus the Hurricanes, 29-35. 2 quality teams going at it. Hurricanes being the first New Zealand team to beat an Australian team on Aussie soil. That's 1 from 7 games. How good for the Hurricanes. Good to see Billy Proctor back just doing his thing. He's smooth with it. He was 1 try, 10 carries, 60 meters gained, 10 defenders beaten. So every time he gets the ball, he's beating a defender. I just love what he does with the ball, how he can move, how he can manipulate defenders. Like, he's got a good step, but he's got a good handoff. He can run over the top of you as well. He's got a lovely offload as well. So he's like, he can step 2 guys, bring a defender in and then get an offload away. He was fantastic. You can see why he did so well with the All Blacks last year and will be pushing to get back in that squad this year because obviously just come back from serious injuries, only 1 or 2 games back into it and just back from where he left off. He's been fantastic. Hurricanes back row getting involved again. Kirifi, Lakai, Shield, been fantastic in this game. The interplay between backs and forwards was really good as well. Seen it all year from The Hurricanes finding a ton of space out wide, but manipulating defenders in the middle through their shape with the backs and forwards, and then getting guys like Kini Naholo out wide, Punivai out wide to score tries. Both players getting 2 tries, I'm pretty sure. Kini Naholo was unreal. Such a devastating ball runner. I think the only reason why he hasn't made higher honours yet is because he's inconsistent with when he plays well. It's like 1 game really good and then 2 games bad and then good again and then bad. But he was fantastic. He was 2 tries, 13 carries, 123 meters gained and 11 defenders beaten. How good. Massive result for the Hurricanes here. And oh boy, Super Rugby round 11, done and dusted. What did you guys think of that? Let me know in the comments. Who was your match of the round? Who was your player of the round? Who did well for you in fantasy? Hit that subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.